The 2015 UNG softball team stormed through the regular season, and following a dramatic super regional victory over conference rival Georgia College, the Nighthawks punched their ticket to the first ever Division II championship hosted in Oklahoma City, site of the Women's College World Series.
Lifted down the left field line, back it goes. Is it going to stay fair? It's out of here! A grand slam to win it! Tiffanie Burns wins the game for the Nighthawks with a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the 12th inning. Nighthawks win! This crowd sitting on the edge of their seats. That one lined to McMillan, 3U double play, and the Nighthawks are headed to Oklahoma City by virtue of a 2-0 win over the Georgia College Bobcats, a 3U double play, and the dog pile is on.
North Georgia was dealt a tough blow by a strong Indianapolis team that shut out UNG in the opening round game. North Georgia then went without a hit in the first 3 innings of their first elimination game against St. Mary's of Texas before senior Tiffanie Burns snapped the drought with a solo homer in the 4th, and Meagan May delivered with a walk-off double in the bottom of the 8th, keeping title hopes for UNG alive. The Nighthawks dominated their next 3 games, sending home Adelphi with an 8-0 run rule win before beating Shorter twice in the semifinals. North Georgia then defeated Dixie State in the winner-take-all national championship game using a 4-run second inning and a 2-hit shutout from National Player of the Year Courtney Poole to secure the school's first ever national title.
Poole in the circle, 1 pitch away potentially here from being a national champion. Left side. The glove of McMillan, a national championship to North Georgia. For the first time in school history, the Nighthawks are the #1 softball program in NCAA Division II.
And it was exciting to be able to relive the video highlights of that championship game, the run to the title in Oklahoma City. But before we start talking about that national championship game, Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot because it was a pretty tough row to hoe to get to Oklahoma City. Take us back to what it took to make that championship field.
Well, I think first and foremost, we had our challenges like any other team, and through the course of a season, and we battled. We had a couple bumps in the road, and we knew we had some pretty good talent on the team. But late in the year, I think we hit a couple obstacles, and it really challenged us as a team, and to where the girls really started to bond and come together. And I think late in the year, my philosophy has always been I do less coaching at the end of the year than I do at the beginning of the year. And this team just kind of took that on early on. Super regionals, fast forward into super regionals, which is one of the video clips we saw. Georgia College, who we play, conference opponents. You play them several times throughout the course of a season. And Courtney didn't get hit much in her career. But Georgia College jumped on her pretty good in that first game of Super Regionals. It's a big moment. There's 2 teams left in our region playing for an opportunity to go to Oklahoma City at the World Series. And they jumped on us 4-0. We battled back. We didn't score 4 runs ourselves until the bottom of the 6th. And, going on to the next day, you would have to win 2 games if you lost that game. 12 innings later, or to the 12th inning, Georgia College finally put a run on the board, took a 5-4 lead on us. Somehow we managed to scrap across a run in the bottom of the 12th, and this is now at probably 12:45 a.m. in the morning in preparation for our games the next Saturday, or the next day on Saturday, and loaded the bases, and as you saw, Tiffanie Burns put one on the mountainside, and I guess 6 years later the mountain is now starting to fall down on the left field area. But Tiff hit it. You saw Taylor Merritt at third base, never looked, just put her arms up. She knew it was gone as the moment it hit the bat. From that moment on, I had to scream at my All-American pitcher to get off the field because she was running towards second base as Tiffanie was making her trip around the bases. But no greater feeling than that evening.
That is so special. And I'm going to cross in front. I'm going to make the cardinal sin. But we'll start with passing the mic to Tiffanie. And Tiffanie, we've gotten to Oklahoma City now, and the national championship field. Pretty good competition. We'll go ahead and fast forward to that national title game. And you had done a pretty good job throughout that tournament. Back-to-back games with home runs. You talked about putting one on the mountainside. You put one over the fence, 2 consecutive games. So there obviously was a great feeling of confidence within the team when you got to that championship ball game. Take us back to what it was like as you and your teammates prepared to go out and try to bring home a national title.
I think as Coach said, he did a great job of having us rely on each other, push each other. And at that point in time, it was like, we're here now, it's game time. So we got to finish it. we had already put in that hard work to get it to get to that point, and so it was just time to seal the deal. Absolutely.
34 career home runs. You were a member of the all-tournament championship team. Congratulations to you for that and all you did in your career. If I could get you to pass that microphone to your teammate there. And Meredith, big game for you in the championship, 2 for 3, a couple of RBIs, runs scored. It's a shame you couldn't have done anything in that title game. I know that you and all your teammates really wanted to finish the drill and get it done, bring home that title. As a competitor, what was it like as the game progressed, the closer you got to that final out, knowing that a title was coming home to North Georgia?
Well, to be honest, it was an honor to be there with everybody. Our team was truly a family. So that last game, we were all prepared to win. We wanted to win, and that was the end goal. And I tell you what, even after the game, we said, well, when's the next game? We're ready to go. We want to play again. So we were all hyped up, and I remember we huddled right before the last out, and we both all looked at each other and were like, oh, we got one more out. We got one more, and we're going to win, and we're going to dogpile and celebrate and be happy, and couldn't have done it with a better team and a better coach.
I know that's a memory you'll never forget. If I can get you to pass that mic to Courtney. Coach mentioned that not a lot of folks got a hit off you. That's an understatement, Coach. And, just perusing the career record books, Courtney, most wins in school history, 145. Most complete games, 138. What were you doing for those other 7? Most strikeouts. Obviously part of the pantheon of phenomenal pitching here at North Georgia. And congratulations, Coach, on the tradition that has been in that respect over the years. But Courtney, knowing the success that you and your teammates had throughout the year, phenomenal record, 54-8 as it wound up, 22-2 in the Peach Belt. But it all came down to that last game. As a competitor, was there any more pressure that you felt going into that last start of that season?
No, not really. Just knowing I had my teammates behind me the whole time. Obviously, it's a team game. Just knowing I had great defense and great offense to back me up. So
let's talk more about that. And you talk about the teammates, and this is a team induction and something that is so exciting to be able to honor the team. And I will ask all 3 of you, what was the most important part of the chemistry that was developed in your time here at North Georgia, the bonds that were made with your teammates, and especially this championship team? Courtney, first to you.
Just being able to get along with everybody. We meshed so well on and off the field, so that really helped a lot.
All right. Same question to you, Meredith.
I would have to say it pretty much started off since our freshman year, meeting all the girls ahead of us and then us coming in. Coach did a really good job of us starting out with RBI week, carrying each other. If somebody falls down, you pick them up. And that's the same thing when it goes on the field. If somebody makes a bad play, you're ready to help them up, or you're ready to get a hit for them and, bring the team up.
And Tiffanie, to you?
I'd say the same thing Meredith said. RBI week, I think, set the standard for this team and what it's all about. You know, carrying each other whenever somebody's down, picking each other up. And we also made the effort to hang out outside of the game on the field, so we really trusted each other. And trust, I think, was really the basis of why this team was so great.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And, Coach, we'll get the mic back to you. I know that prior to that championship season, the groundwork had been laid year after year after year. Phenomenal success, 51-game winning streak, championship after championship, and then the big championship. Take us back to what it was like for you personally on that day in Oklahoma City with the championship in hand.
Well, and I think it's a culmination of many years, and you know, we have a saying at our facility, it's honor those that have played the game before you, and I think that's important for our program and even all of the athletes that have ever come through and worn a North Georgia uniform, whether it's a basketball uniform or a baseball uniform or tennis or whatever it may be, soccer. All of us, all of those individuals that have come before us, we play for them, and because they've laid the groundwork for us and what we've been able to accomplish. And this group of young ladies and their families, and thank you all for coming tonight. It is a family, and we throw that term around in athletics quite often, and this is the byproduct of a true family. You saw the following, our community. Many of you folks that are here tonight were there on the field celebrating with us, and we felt the community back in Dahlonega pulling for us as well. And I think that just goes on to show that, you know, they captured the hearts of this community. So I think, you know, the end result was something you dream about. You can't control it, but I was able, you know, for me, I'm just blessed because I had the best seat in the house.